Fingers.
West End, the best end, baby. 4101 for the home run. We in here tonight. Australian urban scene right now is popping off. If you don't know about the Australian grime scene right now, you can't sit with us. Check yourself. Things are happening. MCs are coming out of the woodwork. There's upward pressure on the levels. Grime is officially in Australia. It's been here for 10 years if you didn't already know, but these are the foundation cats, the pillars of the castle. There's the grime empire right now in Australia. To the right, they call him Joey Bananas. They call him Frax Sinatra. They call him MC Fraksha.
What's going on, mate? What's going on?
I go ham, cheese and tomato. Push weight, no keys in the cargo. 2-minute chiefs, they are weak and they can't flow. I'm raising it up where they keeping the bar low. The scene full of nobodies, bro. Do shows and nobody goes. Stunt in the front end but totally broke. When will it all end? Nobody knows.
The Fraksha's right. He's more kind than cruel. Still touch Mike and Jewel. Still got a license to slew. Act my age, not the size of my shoe.
More kind than cruel, still touch Mike and Jewel. Still got a license to slew. Act my age, not the size of my shoe. And the shoe fits when I'm in a booth. So I get shown love when I'm in a room. You can get shown up with dime in a set and buzz off like some flying insect that's dying in a room.
Dime in the
Thanks for having us here, bro. Thanks for having us.
Man, absolute pleasure. And if you don't know about the minister, Scotty Hinds.
What's going on?
Tell a man run, run, run. 116, what are you?
Done.
Carry that flag and I bang my drum. Try to smash, get done, diddy done. Tell a man run. 116 and you done. Try run 'em up, go suck your mum. Try some done stunt, you come unstuck. Smash, been at the front from day one. Man, I'm on this thing for Murky, my don.
Big things right now. First of all, I genuinely want to personally thank you for bringing grime into this country, and like it's well overdue.
Look, a lot of people say that, but look, we didn't bring grime into the country, you know what I mean? Just to make it clear. So there was always DJs doing it. We didn't necessarily bring it, but we maybe have seen as the people that have championed it because we've been in the spotlight. I suppose, you know, some of the first MCs in the spotlight.
So who are your big influences, like in terms of your style? And I know it would be continually evolving.
Constantly changing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, obviously with hip hop stuff, I was listening to like Method Man, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, all that kind of thing. With the grime, it was like, first it was like Devlin, Getz, but then you got Bloodline, President T.
Yeah, okay. Was President T in Bloodline? I forget the makeup of that.
Yeah.
I said he tried to diss, he must be smoking. I got 100 bars, lyrically choking. Say he's got Charlie, but he ain't got any cocaine.
Scotty, I want to talk about, like, I want to get around to all of you, so I'm going to try to be even with the questions.
Yeah, go on, you good.
Man, you on the 50-50 cyphers, tear up. You absolutely destroy 140 beats, as you all do. But that was the first time. I first found you were rapping over I Love You by Dizzy. This is like way back, maybe like an M16 Goonbag kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, you were rapping like philosophy in the last couple of minutes of that.
Yeah,
and
real men.
Real men.
Real men face up and don't hide. Real men, yeah, they speak their mind. Real men do things I don't like and they might not agree, but they do what's right. Real men don't bitch or gossip. Leave that business back in the office. Be a real man, show some bollocks. Can't show heart if you just ain't got it.
I want to talk about how the game has evolved, and I see good and I see bad. I see a heck of a load more MCs coming in, right? So competition is really high. Yeah. There's heaps of upward pressure on that. But when MCs rap off their phone, I can't stand that, man. Look, I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Scotty's looking disappointed. Talk to me.
Yeah.
It's an art, man. It's a skill. And if you don't know the bar well enough to just recite it back, then don't do it yet. Just give it another week.
Yeah,
Give it 2 weeks. Like, practice, do your homework or whatnot. Like, reading off the thing. Nah, man. Like, we appreciate that your work rate, you're trying to keep your work rate up.
Yeah.
But it's just not professional. It's not a vibe. The bars could be sick, but if you just took the time, it would be so much more, you know? So I don't know what that is with all on the phone. But you were saying the industry's changed a lot. The internet changed it.
Yeah.
When we was young, you had to be out and about and meet people and be there at the gig. Meet that DJ, meet that person, blah, blah, blah. Now everyone can do it all from their home.
In saying all that, there's heaps of awesome content out there, but I think the barrier to entry is a lot lower now because you don't have to really pay for studio time. You don't have to go and hire a film crew. You can do it all on your phone.
Yep. It's much more accessible.
I was thinking about this today. I was like, you know, imagine if today we got rid of SoundCloud, we got rid of Facebook, we got rid of YouTube, got rid of Instagram. What are you going to do if you're an MC?
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do? Like, and that was the reality. That was the reality. and we used to go. You had to go to shows, and you had to go, and the shows would be every different style of rap because that was the only show there was. You know, so everyone would go to that show, and there'll be an open mic, and it'd be every different type. And your crew would hate that crew, and there would be issues. But whatever, it was like that was the melting pot of what it was.
It was a showdown,
and
yeah, it was always a showdown. There was a point where you was going to come face to face with everybody else.
How you
now people can just hide out.
How are you going to release? What are you going to do with your music without those outlets? We used to literally have to go to town, and we would sell CDs.
Stand on the road with CDs
in the middle of town
CDs.
Or at shows.
Yeah, I remember having a JD sports bag full of CDs, and it was scratched on my back because there's so much CDs in there. Go town. Sell them all.
Now you
£5 a CD. Sell it to people's mums and that. Like you got kids. They're like, yeah. You're like, they listen to rap. She's like, yeah. Like, buy my CD. I promise you, your son will like it. It's a good message.
Really?
£4 or £5 a people. You'd sell
I was always
CDs.
rubbish at it because I'm more quiet.
I was alright at it.
Scotty used to sell.
Mamma mia, damn right. Mamma mia, buy 2. You get me?
I want to talk about how grime came originally from the UK, and now we're starting to see them really see us over here. Shouts to Socks, who gave a shout out to your lyric.
Yeah, shout Socks.
Into that UK and AU Presents thing.
Yeah.
And he started it off with Bad Mind.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Bad mind. Not gonna say my mind is bad, but I remixed Dime because I like his swag. So for Birmingham Grime, you're a fly this flag, and I might book a flight with a night tip bag.
You weren't even expecting it. I remember I heard
I didn't expect it, and I wasn't sure whether or not it was a send at first. Listening to it, guys, I was like, oh no, it's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's good. Yeah. Oh man.
I remember hearing it, so they sent it to me, and I was like, what the fuck? And I remember calling Reese, I was like, you won't believe this.
Yeah, I remember texting him like, oi man, Socks just bigged you up on a verse, like hard.
That's huge.
Socks, like we're huge Socks fans.
Sick.
Like,
he is sick. Yeah,
like we've watched so many freestyles of that guy. Like he's got mad, intricate, clever stuff, man, that people sometimes overlook because of how he looks.
He dresses.
He dresses like a weirdo.
He dresses like a weirdo.
Yeah,
man.
but you know, big up. Like he rolls like that, and that's him. Like, you know, he doesn't apologise for it.
It's real, man.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day. What did he used to shout out? Invasion alert. With him and JK, who were like rapping back then, and all of those MCs who were like just not run of the mill, but just kind of like dudes on the corner have now got full careers. Like
a lot of them, man. Yeah, JK's huge. Well, I would have never, if you'd said to me back then, would JK be like he is now? I would have said no. It'd be Socks.
Yeah.
Socks got the deal, but I think it was too early. Like before Grime, that was before Grime blew up. Like you know, as it has done now. You know, post German whip sort of thing. So
post German whip.
Yeah,
it's that point in time.
It is.
From this point onwards, it changed to become a real career for people.
What I want to ask, when grime started happening in Australia, and you guys would have seen Aussie MCs using UK slang, how did you guys feel about that?
It depends how it's used. Like it really does. Like sometimes it can really grate on me, and then sometimes it just doesn't. I don't notice it. You know, like I use some Aussie slang now. You know, Dime has used UK slang and stuff, and Murky did, but it doesn't sound out of place in any way because it's a part of them. Yeah, in the same way, like I don't know, you can tell when someone has just seen a couple videos and been like, yeah, wagwan blood, and like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, but if, you know what I mean, like I don't. So the funniest thing is when I see an Aussie saying something that even I don't say. Or there's a new slang word that's appeared on the scene or something, and then they're saying it, and everyone's saying it, and
everyone's got to say it.
Yeah.
This music came from the very, very bottom of the barrel. You know, people came from nothing, and look where it is now. It's unbelievable. So when I see Australian kids running around talking about wagwan, I'm like, it's almost like motherfucking we made it. Like they're talking our language on the other side of the world. That's a sign of how far that it's permeated. That's how good and how infectious that it really is.
I feel like it's got to be something that kind of comes out of when you're having conversation. Like if you try and force it, or you try use words to sound more English or more like your grime, essentially, I don't feel like that sounds right. So it stands out like a sore thumb in amongst the rest of your bar. Do you know what I mean?
Like you've got to speak it.
Finessed in the way you converse with your friends, or you catch words off each other, and it's a different thing. But I think the real Aussie slang that people speak to each other sounds cool. Like the street slang, when they use that properly, it sounds way better than any kind of fabricated slang that you're trying to use.
I like hearing Aussie slang in the bars. I strongly encourage Australian MCs, use your own words.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know,
I love it. I love some of them, man. Like some of them, what's that? When you're hungry, eat the arse out with low-flying duck. I heard that.
Jesus Christ.
One thing I got to ask you, Fraksha, 2 questions in one.
Yeah.
How many shoes do you have, and how does your missus put up with it?
I don't have as many as you probably think.
Oh man, but pretty much every single day on your store, it's a new crepe shirt. And
But I get rid of
you.
a few each year, you know, and I don't buy as many as I used to. I've probably got, I don't know, probably maybe 80, 90, maybe 100.
It's at least 130 pairs, man. At least, bare minimum. He's got a room full of them, bruv.
Wow.
Damn. Whoa.
The Apocolypse Tour.
Yes.
That's huge. In the works for a long time. Talk me through that. Who's on it? What do we expect to see?
Who is it? So Menace Gang, OD Clan, Posse Shot, Smash Brothers, and the LGs. Like every one of us, like gets on well. Like pretty much, you know what I mean. There's a lot of, you know, camaraderie there, and there's a lot of real good talent. So it was a no-brainer, really.
That's one thing. Chillin' came here a couple months ago now, and he said one of the best things about this scene is the camaraderie. And he's just like, despite all the music and everything that's going on right now, like the mates he's made through this has been awesome. And I see that with you guys, like on stage and like shouting out each other in your Instagram stories and whatnot. There's a real brotherhood amongst the MCs.
Oh,
right
definitely, definitely amongst certain groups for sure. You know, because this thing has really only just popped off in the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of, particularly amongst the the younger generation, they're all coming through at the same time, doing the same things, seeing the same things. You know what I mean? So they're all, you know, they're meeting each other for the first time, doing tunes together, you know what I mean? Things like that. So I think like this goes back to what I was saying about, you know, the community and how there used to be one in Aussie hip hop back in the day when we were younger, it felt like, and now it feels like there's getting that again, and it's for their generation, you know what I mean?
Fresh new Nikes, always hot, got a fresh new 90s, fresh new greenback, less suits nightly. Fuckhead Hardy, I was bought in the A-Rex, Fraksha going in raw, you're safe set.
I look now, and I think Australia is kind of cool now. Like no one's trying to be really too American or too UK. Like I look at I mean like 1-4 for example, like Nerve for example, like Wombat, and they're also distinctively Australian. And it's cool in itself. And there's also other artists that are like distinctively English and distinctively Aboriginal or distinctively something else. And it's like now it's open up so no one has to try to be anything. We know our country's cool and confident in itself, and you guys just do exactly you to 100% capacity.
We had a similar process in England where the first English crews that started speaking with their own British accents instead of putting on that American accent, and they became who they really were.
Yeah.
We had that, what was it, early 2000s, late 90s? When English, the sound of English rap went from having a put on accent and people exposed, you know, becoming who they really were, putting it.
It was like that here, where people had American accents here.
Yeah,
But
at the
it
beginning.
changed.
At the start.
And it all changed, you know, that process of it changing to the point you're at now where Aussie sounds so Australian. There's such a process through Lyrical Commission and you said Brad Strutt and these guys and Reason and all of these generations.
Taunts.
Yeah. These guys laid the foundation that's allowed us to get to where you're talking about, where people are so proudly Aussie now, and they'll wear their TNs and their hats, you know, and they'll go on with their Aussie ways, and it's good to see. As I said, it's like bring the slang, bring the culture, like, you know, and this country's young too, man. It's very young. It's got a very young history, so history's for the writing at the moment.
Do what I like, cause now you can't tell me nothing. Show no love to the feds, we tell them nothing. Nah, no we don't show no love. No we don't show no love. They never show no love, so we don't show no love. Nah.
That track with Hazard, No Love.
Yeah.
So sick, man. Like I must have played that a good 10,000 times. How did that collaboration come to be? What's it like between you and Hazard?
That was the first thing I did with Haz, I think. And he just asked me if I was interested in doing a verse. Yeah. We were in studio together. Alex Jones had done a verse, but he hadn't finished it. And he needed to write more, but Hazard wanted to get the song out. So I said, look, I'll just jump on the last, 6 or 8. Yeah. And just did it there and then.
Such a heater, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Big fat heater.
More kind than cruel. Still touch mic and jewel. Still got a license to slew. Act my age, not the size of my shoe. And the shoe fits when I'm in a booth. So I get shown love when I'm in a room. You can get shown up with dime in a set and buzz off like some flying insect that's dying in the room. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the honest thing as well, yeah.
Man, on this thing, I pretty much have only been playing that for the last 6 days or however long it's been out, man.
Safe blood, hit your Mamma Mia ting, blood.
Yeah, my God.
Mamma mia.
That's the one.
Can't get down if there ain't no bounce. Rhythms get ripped up, trounced. 8, 9, 10 for the count. Liquor be down, see me, I'm renowned. that's louder than banshees howling, drawing attention, screaming, shouting, blaze that name brand, yeah, I'm about it. High performance now, how could you doubt it? Been about for a bit, sprayed hard bars in the hard yards, down for the click, making a mark, laying a path, SBS, we've been on this thing.
Speaking of video, you do these like 15-minute short movies, very cinematic, man. What was the one you did with Alex Jones and Husky?
Yeah, That's Life, Everybody Keep Grinding, yeah.
Man, there's some philosophy in that, man. Like, I was just scrolling through YouTube at 2 a.m. as a man does, and I came across that. It just stopped me in my tracks, man. I was like, man, that makes the person feel something, you know?
Yeah.
And I think people, when they think of rap, in particular like grime rappers, they just think it's all about flow, it's all about the relationship with the DJ and the MC and like that burst fire rounds. But like, I mean, maybe that wasn't grime, but that was like a narrative, and that had like some emotion in it.
Yeah. I mean, look, one thing I will say is that we've worked on so much different music for so many years that I don't class myself as a grime MC or as a rap MC. As I'm a musician, I'm an artist. I create and do whatnot. So to go from, as you're saying, the rowdy grime wheel up bars to go to talk about something serious, like to be real, like something serious fucking happened, and that was all that could come out. I couldn't write anything else.
It ain't the years in the life, it's the life in the years, where we can really only hope for more cheers than tears. Sometimes we face the music, it's in tune with our fears. Gotta play the cards you dealt, you can't blame the croupiers. It's the life in the years, not the years in the life. And I agree, it's all about the quality of the ride. We ain't here for a long time, we're here for a good time. I'm trying to buy a house on Easy Street and lead the good life. Being through the rough times, tough times, enough times to know I'll make it to the other side and find my sunshine. There's nothing like being on an easterly beach watching the sunrise. No need to speak, it will leave your tongue tied. And sometimes I wonder how I overlook the wonder. So I take a walk and wonder, persistently I ponder, am I living or existing? Understanding there's a difference. Take a minute to appreciate the instance that you're in, cause that's life. Take a minute to appreciate the instance that you're in, cause that's life. And that's life. You know, where we live at such a hectic pace that you miss the little things that really make everything what it is. You get me?
Do you get a little bit of influence from Akala? I don't want to be like telling you guys your influence out, but I see like the education in your music.
Do you know what? Akala makes me friggin' proud to be a young black guy. Do you know that? Like straight up, I hear the way he talks and I'm just like, my God, they need to put you in charge, bruv.
Yeah, man. Get that man in Parliament.
Please, someone put this nigga in charge, man, because he knows what's going on. He's so eloquent, bruv. Do you know what it is? He speaks to people that can make change the way that they can understand.
And I swear he has a way of speaking to people that even like people who would be against him and racist that could. I don't know how they could hate on what he says.
Correct, because he's so eloquent.
Some people, you know what I mean? He gets people on, he has a way of getting people on side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't listen to Akala's, you know? Yeah, I don't listen to Akala's music. I don't actually, no.
He's got some killer fire in the boots.
He's fantastic, there's no doubt. As an artist, he was one of the only rappers that was on stage at the charity Live 8 thing they did. He jumped up with his sister, and I remember, it was years ago, he was one of the only rappers on stage doing a charity thing way back when. And that was
his sister's Miss Dynamite.
Miss Dynamite. So she got up to do a song, and he jumped up with her, and I remember, like, Akala was the first rapper I ever seen like on a really big stage in front of the world. I was like, wow, look at that young English guy, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, you feel proud for him. I don't know the guy, but I feel proud for him.
Akala win.
Dime, you met Nadia Rose.
Yeah, I did.
She's a sick MC. She's really good.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, is she like down to earth person.
She was cool. I just met her outside of what is it called? Federation Square. This is really nice. And we just shared a little zoot.
Yeah, sick.
And it was just in passing. I didn't meet her on a music level or anything like that. It was just, I just happened to bump into her.
Yeah. She's got some bangers there now. She hasn't been as active. I didn't even realize she was Stormzy's cousin. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah,
didn't know that either.
Stormzy's cousin. There you go. Uneducated.
Yeah. Talent run in the family.
Where you guys are at now, because you're so progressed in the game, do you have people coming at you like all the time trying to get verses and saying, hey, what do you think of my music? And I want to know how you guys respond to that, because I'm guessing your inboxes are full right now of people saying, hey man, like just swing us a quick 16. Check out my tune, yeah. And like, do you give them honest feedback? I want to hear this.
Yeah, you know, I'll make it a personal thing to try and respond to everyone, because everyone's a person, and if they're going to give up, the only thing that they really got in life is time. If they're going to give up that time to message you, you got to try and holler back at them.
You do have to try it.
You have to try, right? And yeah, when people send me music, I don't just want, hey, what's going on? Listen to my music. I want open the fucking conversation like a normal human being, bruv. Blah blah blah, this and that. give me something else and just check out my tune. If someone does that, sometimes I will not even bother because they've been disrespectful.
Yeah.
If someone is courteous and shows respect and they're polite, but yeah, I'll listen to their tunes and absolutely I'll go back. I'll listen to their sentence structure and the way they flow and what they're talking. Absolutely, I'll give them all the information they need.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell them what they need to do next if they really want to know.
Yeah.
Think about what you're sending,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because the biggest thing I tell MCs is don't rush it. Go to
Yeah.
the studio, record it. Learn the bar properly. You'll change little bits because it will naturally won't sit right the first time.
Yeah.
Learn those new changes. Go back, record it again. Then send it to me. When you record
Yeah.
it the second time, don't have a piece of paper or your phone in front of you. Know
Yeah.
the lyric off the top of your head. It's the only way you're going to deliver it right.
I completely agree. I don't think you give it the energy it needs
No.
when you're reading it off your phone or a piece of
Absolutely
paper.
not. You're concentrating on someone else.
Yeah.
You're actually reciting.
Yes.
You're not actually saying it.
Not
properly.
delivering, you're
not
reciting.
delivering
Yeah.
it.
Do you know what it's
Yeah.
like? It's like imagine watching a movie and the actors are there with the script.
That's right.
Re-
It's
reading
exactly
off.
it, bruv. It's
It's
exactly
like-
the same thing.
The
Same
moment's
thing.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You broke the reality. It's something new now.
Oh, Alex Jones, just quickly, and Son of Sam.
Yes.
I heard about them very, very late in the piece. It was the first 50-50
Okay.
Grime Salva. So, like, they were obviously incredibly active before then. This is
Yeah,
how,
yeah,
how out of
yeah.
the loop I am. Man, Alex Jones just doesn't run out of bars.
Nah.
One of the most versatile MCs in the country.
Yep.
It's like he's got the unlimited lyrics cheat on, and he just keeps spraying. It's like not even fair. Son of Sam is hilarious and also
Yeah.
a bad boy MC too.
Yep,
Like I
yep.
wouldn't want to go up pretty much anyone in your entire crew. I'm so excited as to where the scene is at right now. And like when I look back in the day, Hilltop Hoods and whatnot was sick, 360 and Cursor was sick, but it just seems like it's evolved into a new place. And what it is to be an MC now, like you've got to have mad talent. You've got to be putting out a whole bunch of shit. And like absolute garbage isn't going to cut it right now.
It's becoming more like becoming more of an international standard. I
Yes.
think as well.
Absolutely.
It's got to
Spot on.
stand up. It's got to stand up alongside what's coming out of US and UK.
Yeah.
If
you ask the average school kid these days, like name your top 10 MCs, there's going to be some Australian MCs in there now.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think a lot of young Australians are very proud of their culture, identity, and it's not hard for them to get behind their local MCs. you know what I mean?
Boy. If you don't know what time it is, let me give you a clue.
Big Boy Bars.
Oh boy!
Yeah. Smash Brothers inside.
Come on!
R.I.P. Forever rep my brethren. Look. Better back them bars that you're chatting. I'll be on your back like it's target practice. Real recognise when it's time for action. Trying to live that movie, that's why they're acting. They work on the image more than the lyrics. They work on the gimmick instead of their scrimmage. Dry snitching, airing their business. Move cautious and watch who you mix with, cause the finish is closer than you might think. Collateral damage got the whole ship sinking. Dead any cred, that shit's on the brink. Body yourself in the process. You ain't a G when you live with your mum. Talk about P dickhead, you're a bum. Talk about skanks when you never seen a gun. When a real bad man about them man are on there. Soft serve with a flake. Them sweet boys are just bait. Be careful what you portray. Man might lick your door off any day. Don't play, get paid. You got, they take, that's life. One shot, no games, too late. I see through the facade, don't recognize fake. Break down the charade, I'ma rewrite the play. If you're making a scene, we made a scene and paved our own lane. Every line man I'm reading between, cause I'm deep in the cup for a slice of the cake. Been flaming tracks, we've been blazing. Non-stop dropping bombs on them pagans.
Scotty.
Drop man flops, drop man pages. Stop head stop, have running for ages, run it.
So I stay low key, in a full face gated stony. In a radar with a flow like me. Pop my collar in CP. R.I.P. my bro Murky. Why did he have to go early? Moment of silence for the late OG. Couldn't take our place, couldn't take our lead. And there ain't no cheek that we take lightly. They're alright, none of them I rate highly. Don't know them, could've walked straight. Couldn't take our place, couldn't take our leave. And there ain't no cheek that we take lightly. They're alright, none of them I rate highly. Don't know them, could've walked straight by me. Yeah. Moving state of the art on track like a Tesla car. Been here in the eye of the storm on the front line like say Hezbollah. Sick on the mic in the temperature. Slick on the mic, I finesse the bar. Prototype them a replica. Truth they try shoot the messenger. Smash brother, trendsetter. Come one better, shower in the set, wet weather. From day one raising the level like blood pressure. Turn worlds upside down, MC Escher. Face only a mother could laugh. Face only a brother could trust. We're brothers in arms, not birds of a feather. Cause it's not peace like letting off down. Smash, R.I.P. Murky.
Yeah.
Smash in the building, Apocolypse Tour, Scotty, Dime, Fraksha.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can I have that beat up in the headphones? Just a beat. Is it possible?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Another day living in Babylon. Sick of the average, the whack and the carry on. People say they're the best where your man is gone. So I'll grab a pen and stick another banger on. Don't care where your man are from, nah. Half of you man are a caricature. Heard the bars and you're having a laugh.
Talk shall we be having a bath? So many got fingers, but no, it's not that. Blood, the only time you roll with a strap, when you roll out with a watch on your wrist, that sound like you, blood, stop with that shit. You dudes ain't Rambo, you're fruity, like juice on a mango. Me, I don't care about troops of the aggro. Me, I just wanna get loose of the damn show. BTE, rude boy business, doing this big, rude boy witness. No big star, but man got power low. Never made bread, but man ain't sourdough. Well, maybe a little. Some of them are here, they're taking a piddle. Me, I wanna be the heaviest out there. Them, they just wanna aim for the middle. Some words of advice, call them unwritten laws if you want. Rapping the same song, need to talk to your mum. If it ain't that, you're a fraud to me, son. Yes, I'm lame type, fake guy, talk cash, putting trainers on lay-by. You're a waste of a space type. You should take flight and jump out, playing at a great height. I'm in another dimension. Do it for the love, you just love the attention. You can realize in nothing I mention. Everything you write, just an invention. Sit back with some bud and a Benson. Bust out bars with a couple of brethrens. No weak links in the team. Each bar that I'm here, I'm like, brother, you went in.
Come on!
Smash. That's the team that I rep. Clash these bars, that's equal to death. Many tried it, but can't equal it yet. No, I can't equal the vet. Many men try, but they're feeble and wet. Took a lot of this, took a lot of that, but I don't believe what you said. No, I can't F with these guys. The left and the right, we're the best on the mic. If we tracked out right as a lesson in rhyme. If we rapped out right, never less than a 9. One of the best of my kind. Hard with the bars, but there ain't no fuck here. Heart on the spar, and there ain't no mug here. You're after the shard, where there ain't no love here. I make top boy steps, man can't step in my top boy creps. Roll to an open mic, show them vibes, and I stop toys dead. Aim with the 8, off with his head. Hear what I spray, it's a lot what I said. I'm telling these bears, I'm a pedigree vet. When I'm stepping on set, I'm a boss to these plebs. Smash!
Are you mad?
Yeah, old tight Scotty Diem, R.I.P. Murky. Big shout out to LGs. Woo! All the BTE crew, Posse Shot, MGR, OD, Apocolypse.
Big tinglings!
You little beauty.
West End the best end, baby, believe it! Fuck yeah, man, my guy. My motherfucking guy, man. Yeah! Woo! You guys are so fucking good! Oh my god! Fuck! You guys are gods, man! I feel like I just met Jesus. My god! My fucking dude!
Mamma mia.